O Shubarere o, Ontaye wo, Beku Sheshe, Jejelo ba mi she. If I wanted to capture an oriki like that in, the 9th century, it would be completely difficult. What I just sang to you is a Yoruba oriki. It's a song poem, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the evolution of music notation. So music notation is a way to transcribe music, whether you've heard it orally through an instrument or through a voice. And while I'm not going to go into all the different technologies that have given us the possibility to democratize music, I want to tell you about a few things that excites me. So this is Neumes, which was really the Catholic Church trying to make it easy for all the churches to sing similar hymns. It's very simple. It doesn't have any pitch, time, or anything like that. You move to tablature, and the squares give you a little bit more context for how to sing the rhythm. Music notation and the staff notation, like any other tool, can be good in some ways, and in some other ways can be limiting. And so if you wanted to capture the full performance, recording will be easier. But here's a piece, the Guqin, from China in 3000 BC. And these essays actually don't say anything about the music, but instead are essays instructing the performer on ways to stand and positions that they can be in. But as we move to the 14th century, you start to see people get more expressive with the staff notation. And you've got the Earl Brown, who writes The Wire, and you've got the Chantilly Codex. This is from actually 1335 to 4000 BC, and all of these rhythms are about, they're all polyphonic rhythms, and about 112 French compositions in this piece. Yes, this is from the 60s and 70s. This is Earl Brown with The Wire. And his goal here is to actually let the performer be more expressive. So it's not like a traditional notation system. It's just about the artist being able to flow through. And then Morten Felden comes up with his own version, which really just tracks the boxes are the rhythms. He tracks pitch and time. And every other thing is for the performer to kind of take and express the music the way they feel it. But now, in today's world, we have something called a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation. And this makes it easy to actually record music, capture it, and come into it from different perspectives. So now you can actually capture the music. You can do anything you want with it. And I'm going to show you a piece that I worked with very recently. Now we're moving to a world where we're able to capture music even if you're differently abled. So you don't necessarily have to know a traditional notation system. You can actually use your hand and eye movements, or even brain ERG activity can be used to trigger music. And so some of the tools I wanted to highlight are OSC, Open Sound Control, which helps us now capture this and allow us to be able to use any of these pieces of equipment for people to write their own notation systems, capture their own music, and create sound. So this is another way that you can view music today. This is a frequency spectrum. On the right side, you see someone whistling, and on the right, this is a saxophone performance. And these are now ways that you can see music and do whatever you want with it. The implications for future music notation with things like Wakenator allow for different people to be able, again, to come into music with however they feel they want to express it. Do I want music to sound when I'm not on this box? Do I want music to sound if I open my hand like this? And so I imagine that in the future, my oriki, which I just sang, and other ancient rhythms will be able to be captured, recorded, and also archived. And that's what's so exciting about music notation today, because it is now freeing and no longer limited to just staff notation. I'm going to show you, these are some of the notable people that I researched while enjoying producing music, and Rebecca Freebrink is there. And this is a chant from the Nigerian, from the SARS protests in Nigeria in 2020, and I was able to take that chant and make it into a musical rhythm. And this is my song, Making Up. Thank you.